No!
Ari, can you come check here quickly? Alright, so if I didn't tell you about these bikes, would you have known the difference between the two, or which one is real and which one is fake?
No, not at all.
Now thinking about it,
Nothing looks different.
I mean, off the bat you can see that there's a few differences between the two, and the one might and the other one might not. But I mean, there's no real way of actually telling. If you don't know, then you won't know.
Maybe the black and white Dogma, maybe, because it has the glass, maybe gives it away a bit.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I like more of the matte color, so the matte or whatever white on the red and white one looks way better for me actually.
So basically, because you're getting new bikes that's matte color, I mean, obviously you thought that might be a true thing.
Yeah, for sure.
What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now if you're new here, there's a reason you stumbled upon this channel, so I can recommend you guys, please subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on anything else we do. We do my opinion reviews, we do how-to videos, random cycling stuff, and just a bunch of fun things on this channel. Now for today's video, if you've seen on the thumbnail of this video, we've got actually two Pinarello bikes, the one's real, the one's not real. And if you don't know, I promise you, I don't think you'll see which one is fake and which one is not. So if you don't know, then you don't know. So today's video, I'm going to show you guys, there's actually just one thing you can look at to make sure that if you're buying the real deal or not, what you guys can look at. If you can look at the small subtle things, you can see there's a difference. But I mean, if you don't know, you'll know. You won't know. So let's get into this video and I'll show you guys what to look at, and just how amazed I am, but how much detail they put into the fake bike. So let's do this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the one bike. I'm going to show you guys a few things that I think make this bike the real deal. And I'm just going to tell you guys, don't look at the group set only and decide that that's the real bike or not. But what I'll do is I'm going to show you guys a few things that I think might make this bike the real one. And then I'm going to show a little montage, and then I'm going to talk about the other bike as well, what makes it look like the real thing. And then I'm going to let you guys decide for a few minutes, and I'll show you where or what to look at to make sure you're buying the real deal. But yeah, it's actually quite amazing. So yeah, let's start with the first one. Alright, so this bike, branded Pinarello Dogma 65.1 Think 2. Very nice bike. It's got a Di2 electronic group set on here. I actually did a video on this bike, so if you guys don't know, go check it out. I'll put the link up one of these two corners. You go check it out. I mean, if you look at this bike, you can see all the detail going into it. Very nice paintwork, very good attention to detail. You've got that little hand signature there, all the asymmetric Toriaka carbon, all the things there. You can even look at the carbon weave, is very, very good on this bike. You can look at the Pinarello carbon headset spacers, the fork, all the things. It's got all the curves, the frame's got all the right curves. It says 65.1, 65 mhk there. It's got the Pinarello on the other side. Even on the BB it says Pinarello, if you guys can see there, I'm not sure. Just there you can see it, it even says Pinarello on the BB there. There's a bit of paint chipping off there by the bottle cage, and then on top here as well. There's a little bit of paint coming off there, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. But further, this bike is in very, very good condition, and it obviously and honestly looks like the real deal. You can look at the seat post clamp, it says Pinarello on here, it says the max torque on it, it says max 5 Newton meter plus most safe, remember that. It says think asymmetric on the top there. The seat post looks very good. There is some paint coming off here, or the clear lacquer on the back here, but I think that can be just where it was clamped for this whole time. There's a bit of paint coming off there. But further, this bike really looks like the real deal. All the caps that they've got on here to close off where there's no cable housings going through. The side where the Di2 cables are going in, very, very nice, and then there as well. So honestly, if I look at this bike from far, it looks like a very expensive bike, very, very nice, and I would guess that's the real deal. So here's the montage of this bike. Make your decision on this one, and then I'm going to show you guys the next one. Alright, so here's the second one. First off, from far it looks like a very nice bike, looks very aggressive. I like the coloring on this bike. The mat's going with the gloss there, same on the fork, and then here on the chainstays as well. Very, very nice. It's got your made in Italy little sign there, 65.1. You can see all the lines are pretty neat and very, very well done. Very good attention to detail as well. It's got your Dogma 65.1, all the nanotech writing and all those things there. It's got your UCI sticker on here. Well, it's not a sticker, it's actually into the paint there with all the Pinarello coding and so on and so on. It's got a very nice hand signature there on the bike. Looks very well. If you look, let me just get this side again quickly. If you look at around the BB, you can see that it's got all the writing there from Pinarello, oversized bottom brackets. It's got the think asymmetrical there, and then you can look at the seat post clamp. Very nice, says Pinarello. The one thing on this one, it doesn't show the max torque there, which is something you can think about. If you look at the weave on this seat post, I don't think you guys will see it as nice on the camera as you can see it actually in real life, but it looks very, very much the same as the other Pinarello. Now when you start looking at a few things, you can immediately notice the small cracks around this part here, small cracks there, and then the small cracks just around there, everywhere the housing is going to the frame. But I mean, we also saw a few paint chips on the other bike as well. You see there beneath the bottle cage, there's a few ones there, and then there's one there. A bit focus on that. I mean, you can look at the headset spaces, all the Pinarello signing are there. It says the asymmetrical things there. You can see it on the other one as well, also says there. On this one, you actually can see the lettering on this. That first part is a bit thinner writing than the next part, but the A and the S and the I is a bit thicker than the rest of the word. So that makes it look a bit different, and then obviously this massive gap here just don't line up too well. But still a very good looking bike. I mean, if I didn't know, I'd write something like that. And in the beginning I thought, no, matte bike, it doesn't have a gloss on it, so that's the reason that could be a fake bike. But I mean, there's so many bikes these days. There's my Specialized, it's got a matte finish. The Silverback's got a matte finish. So matte finish can't give this away anymore. And then I start thinking, but there should be one thing that makes you think, or that can help you to see that you don't buy a fake bike versus the real bike. Now I know on this bike there's a few things that are original on this bike, and I'm going to show you guys a montage on this bike real quick. Let you guys decide. I mean, this thing's got a nice set of hubs on there. So yeah, that's why I said don't let the group set of that bike fool you guys. Make sure before you make your decision. I'm going to show the montage of this bike real quick, and then I'll show you guys what to look at to make sure you're buying the real deal. Enjoy. Now the first thing which actually caught me off guard a bit, and I'm going to show you guys which one is fake and which one is real right now. The red one is obviously the fake bike. Well, not obviously, but that's the fake bike, and then that's the real deal. I did a video on that, so if you watch the video you would already know which one is the real one. But on the red one, I actually was caught off guard because on the fork there's a serial number. Now the only thing about that is the fork on this bike broke, and then Pinarello actually, well, the guy put in a genuine Pinarello fork, so that's the real deal that's in there, and that's what caught me off guard. But if you look at these frames, at the bottom here there will always be a serial number. It won't be a sticker, it won't be a whatever, it will be painted into the frame, a very good serial number, and on the inside of the frame there will be a small sticker as well to verify that. So that's basically one of the only things you can look at these days to make sure that you're not buying a fake one. So just make sure always when looking at these bikes that there is a serial number on there. So yeah guys, I just thought I'm going to share with you guys these few things. Like I said, the red bike is super nice, it looks super good, but the only way you would have known that is basically the serial number at the bottom. And you can see here and there's a few things. Like I said, on this one you can see the max 5 newtons, most safe, I think asymmetrical, where on the other one it's not there. So yeah, I'm going to do some motivation a bit later on. If you want to stick around for that, thanks a lot. If not, I'll see you guys on the next video. Enjoy.